To establish a quorum. You ready? So members, Vang or Rulo? Member Rulo.
Here.
Thank you. McCarthy Olmsted? Martian?
Here.
Sloan? Here. Riley?
Here.
Brown?
Here.
Middleton?
Here.
Thank you. Pulpati? Papineau?
Here.
Nava? Here. Brewer? Spees?
Present.
Sorry about that. Friels? Valenzuela? Shalom Shirla?
Here.
And we do have a quorum.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And Clark, read the Metro's statement and the meeting announcement, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
This meeting of the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission is cablecast live on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast Consolidated Communications and AT&T UVerse cable systems. The live meeting can also be heard free on KUBU Radio 96.5 FM. This meeting is closed captioned and live streamed at metro14live.saccounty.gov and will replay on Saturday, July 1st at 3 p.m. on Metro Cable 14. This meeting can also be viewed at youtube.com/Metro Cable 14. The Commission fosters public engagement during the meeting and encourages public participation, civility, and use of courteous language. To make a comment in person, please fill out a speaker request form and hand it to clerk staff. The chairperson will open public comments for each agenda or off-agenda item and direct the clerk to call the name of each speaker. When the clerk calls your name, please come to the podium and make your comment. To make a public comment by phone, dial 916-875-2500 and follow the prompts to be placed in queue for a specific agenda or off-agenda item. Clerk staff will transfer each caller into the meeting. You may be on hold for an extended period of time, and your patience is appreciated. Please feel free to send written comments by email to boardclerk@saccounty.gov, and your comment will be routed to the board and filed in the record.
Awesome. Thank you, Madam Clerk. And we are going to go to Pledge of Religion. Director Barbara, could you please lead us to the Pledge of Religion? Everyone, please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Next one is Executive Director's announcements, if there are any.
Yes, so good afternoon, Chair YK and Board of Directors. Thank you all for being here. Also, thank you all for rescheduling this meeting to this afternoon to allow us more time to prepare the budget. I greatly appreciate that. This afternoon, we have a closed session meeting, and we also have 3 items on consent, as well as several discussion items.
That's awesome. Thank you. And we have a closed session now. I'm closing the session for hearing, room 1. Can I have a motion from our team?
So moved. Second?
Second. Okay. Madam Clerk, please call the rolls.
So, and actually, there's no vote necessary to adjourn for the closed session meeting.
Okay.
So you're good.
Yeah. Well, see, this is a new thing I learned from the City Council. Usually in City Council, when you sit there, we usually call that to call the roll call to adjourn. And I don't know how the other cities. City of Folsom does that. But thank you. So it is hearing room 1. For audience, we'll be back soon. If we can, stay here. Don't leave. We need more people here. Thank you. Thank you all. I think now we see more people. That's good. So we should have more closed-door sessions so we can accumulate more people. No, we love to see you guys. Sometimes we sit in the city council meetings and these, we are just 13 people talking. That's it. But we need a public participation. Thank you. Josh, do you have anything to report from the closed session?
No reportable action, Chair. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Written from the closed session and
And Chair, if I could call roll to reestablish a quorum?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So members Arullo,
Present.
Martian,
Present.
Sloan, Riley,
Present.
Brown,
Present.
Middleton,
Present.
Pulapati. Thank you. Papineau,
Here.
Nava, Spies,
Present.
and Shalom Sherla.
Here.
And we do have a quorum, and let the record show that member Pulapati did arrive at 2:48 p.m.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Before I get to the second section, which is the consent matters, some of you might have seen who are coming, frequently here, our partners, PEG friends. We have quite a few new commissioners here. So we'll take a few minutes. Please, be patient, and that way you will know our new commissioners. We'll go through the, introductions from my left to the right, and quickly after our executive team as well. Sir?
Okay, I'll start. My name is Keaton Riley. I'm Chief of Staff to County Supervisor Patrick Kennedy.
Kevin Papineau. I'm on the Galt City Council, and due to a work commitment that came up, I'll be here for about 15 more minutes.
Kevin Spies, Elk Grove City Council. Also in the audience is Council Member Rod Brewer, who is the Elk Grove City Council alternate to this commission. So I wanted to recognize Rod here.
Ryan Brown, Chief of Staff to Councilmember Katie Maple, representing District 5 in the beautiful city of Sacramento, and I am also the Vice Chair of this commission.
Awesome. My name is YK Chalamancherla. YK Yedu Kondalu. If anyone is curious, short form is YK. I'm the Vice Mayor of City of Folsom.
Hi, Portia Middleton, council member in Citrus Heights.
Siri Pulipati, council member for the city of Rancho Cordova.
I'm Kabir Arroyo. I'm the Comms Director for Mayor Pro Tem Maya Vang, City of Sacramento.
Hi, I'm Denise Martian. I am Supervisor Frost, Chief of Staff.
Hi, Lisa Nava with Supervisor Cerna's office. Thank you.
Rebecca Sloan, Chief of Staff for Supervisor Hume. He's the new supervisor for District 5.
Legal counsel.
Hi, Josh Nelson, the Commission's legal counsel.
Candace Mabra, Executive Director.
Awesome. And our clerk.
Oh, and I apologize. My name is Lydia Frazier, and I'm with the Clerk of the Board's office, Deputy Clerk.
Awesome. Good. Okay. Now I'm bringing back to our agenda, Section 1, Consent Matters. Madam Clerk, is my colleagues, anyone wants to talk any items or pull any items before we can make a motion? Anyone? Okay, that's good. Okay, so no one has any questions. I would like to request my colleagues to make a motion of this all three consent items.
Motion.
Second.
And there is no public comment for any of the items, for items 1 through 3.
Okay.
In that case, I'll motion to approve the consent calendar. Or
And
consent
City, you said
matters.
second? Okay. Yeah, City Pulipati second, and Vice Chair is making a motion.
Thank you. So we are going to go ahead, and I'm going to enable the voting machine, and so I'll enable the vote. Please vote.
Ooh. I like this.
It's very satisfying.
And unanimous vote
Wow.
with those members present.
Okay.
And shall I read item number 4 into the record, Chair?
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Okay. And so for item number 4 is to approve a resolution to amend the general fund reserve policy to establish a target minimum reserve balance equal to or greater than 6 months of average operating costs.
Madam Clerk, do you have any public comments on this one?
No, there are no public comments.
Okay. Is any of our team members are presenting on this one?
No, unless there were questions.
Okay. Colleagues, any questions on this one? Or
No, I'll motion to approve.
Second.
thank you.
And I apologize. Who seconded the motion?
Middleton.
Thank
Middleton.
you. Okay.
I'm looking for the check boxes here.
Okay, and so I've enabled the voting. Please vote. And we're waiting for 2. There we go. And unanimous vote with those members present.
Thank you. Okay, Madam Clerk, for the record, could you please read the item number 5?
Okay, we're going to do it now. So for item number 9, the Executive Director's Report of General Administration Activities.
Thank you. Chair, if it's okay with you, I would like to request to move forward to item number 9. If it's okay with you, Chair, I would like to jump ahead to item number 9.
Thank you.
Which
Yes.
is the Executive Director
Yes,
report.
before 5. Item. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
please.
please. Thank you. Okay, so I'll just jump in here. I'm Candace Mabra, Executive Director. I would like to start. My first line item is acknowledgement of appreciation. I would like to start with my report by acknowledging appreciation for our staff. The Cable Commission staff is truly top-notch. They have all been working an incredible amount of hours, and I just really would like them to be recognized for the hard work that they do and for challenging through this time of transition. We are changing a lot, and they have all been just wonderful to work with. And so I just wanted to acknowledge them, and I won't call anyone out, but literally everyone is here. So thank you for allowing me to do that, and there's more to come because we have a lot to report back on in these future meetings about the changes and the great things that the team is doing. Next, I would like to appreciate Bob Davison. Bob Davison is our former executive director, and he did agree to come back on as a consultant. So he has been working in partnership with our administrative team to teach us all things budget related and PEG funding approval process related. He's been truly wonderful to work with, and I'm just very grateful that he came out of retirement to help us through this difficult and time-sensitive time. So thank you for that. Next, I would like to appreciate Josh. Sorry, I'm going to throw it out there. Josh has been harassed by myself and our staff literally 20, 30 times a day lately. So he's been truly wonderful to work with, as is the rest of his team. But it's definitely not a part-time job in working with our team during the budget season. So thank you, Josh, for that. Next, I would like to appreciate the entire Clerk of the Board's office. The Clerk of the Board's team has been truly fantastic to work with. I know it was mentioned at our past meeting how professional things have been, and that is really the work of the Clerk of the Board's office with what they have done with our website and their partnership with us. And I'm just very grateful for this continued partnership that we have. Lydia is our clerk, as we all know, and she is just so wonderful to work with. So thank you for representing us so well. And for the many, many changes that you guys have made to our budget and to our budget documents over the last couple days. Thank you for that. Yes, and Alma as well. I would like to acknowledge Alma. She is one of my favorite people to work with at the county, and thank you for all that you've been doing to support our team. Thank you. So last, I would like to thank all of you for your patience and your tolerance and your flexibility with us. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you guys allowed us to reschedule this meeting, which is wonderful because I would not have had a budget to present if we would have met on June 1st. So thank you for that. Thank you for your flexibility and for your understanding as we work through learning really all that we're doing. So my next item is personnel changes. I have two main things to present. The first being Kevin McAllister. He's our new ASO3. I did send an email out to the team letting everybody know that he's here. It's real. He's started. He's wonderful. Kevin comes to the table with such a dynamic background. He has led several different nonprofit organizations and social services programs, and beyond all of his expertise and professional experience, he's also just a good person and a lot of fun to have around. And I have truly noticed a difference in our team. Everybody seems to be just a little bit happier and less stressed out by him being here. So Kevin, if you wouldn't mind, can you come up to the front and introduce yourself?
Happy to be here. Prior to joining the commission, I was the executive director of Meals on Wheels, Sacramento. So I've worked with a few of y'all during at the height of the pandemic. Love my new team, all of y'all, and looking forward to growing with the organization. Thanks.
Wow, welcome.
Thank you. We also have, since the last meeting, hired another part-time production assistant. We have tried to hire several. However, a few did not quite work out in the end just because they ended up not accepting the offer. So we're working on all of that. More things to report here. But the part-time production assistant is Jason Rudy, and he comes to the table with 15 years of filmmaking and photography experience. So great experience that he brought to the commission here. And he is not here today. So my next update is operations and special projects. We have one of our many special projects currently is an archiving project. We brought on 2 temporary employees who are working close to full time right now to get through archiving and purging our records. For those of you who have stopped by our office, we have more things in storage than we do have workspace. We have a storage room that is quite literally filled from floor to ceiling, wall to wall with boxes from 1982 on. And the team is going through all of that to purge in accordance with council's direction for retention purposes, and also to file everything digitally. So that's a huge undertaking. I know one that I would not want to do. So we're very grateful for our temporary team members that are supporting us in that effort. In addition to that, something that I'm really excited about is, as this is our first time in working through the PEG funding process, the PEG fund request process, and by our, I'm referring to those of us who are new on the admin team, which is about half of the admin team. We are seeing ways in which we can improve that process to make it less time-consuming for our member agencies, less frustrating for all involved. Same applies for our channel licensees. And so what we are planning to do is over this next few months to go through and come up with ways in which we can add some structure to that process so that it eliminates that frustration and the repetitive requests that come back and forth. More often than not, we end up needing a lot of additional clarification from our member agencies. So those of you who work with those who submit that for your agencies may have heard that they're frustrated with us because the process that's in place is just not ideal. There's a lot of opportunity to make it better, and that's our intention. That's what we will be doing. So at the August 29th meeting, I will be reporting back to the changes that we'll be putting in place and, however appropriate, requesting for your approval. In addition to that, we will be presenting at the August 29th meeting an overall revision to the Policy and Procedures Manual. The Policy and Procedures Manual was updated just a couple years ago, but it is very policy and procedures heavy. So my intention is to take out the procedures aspect of it and make it more of a general broad policy so that we can then improve our procedures as appropriate and when appropriate going forward. In addition to that, we are continuing to revise our payroll and timekeeping processes. There are many things that we can do better, and we are continuing to find ways to kind of streamline that process. and to make sure that we're doing everything in accordance with the law. We also will be investing in staff development to train our staff on HR-related things and payroll-related functions and activities. During the last meeting, I also reported back on team building and how it's my intention to do some team building activities with our staff and to bring on a consultant. We are moving forward with signing that contract, and right now staff is working to coordinate calendars so that we can schedule the team building and the trust building events and activities with the professional consultant. And this is actually the most exciting out of all of my updates. We have a presentation from Kristen Riggs, our production director, and Kevin Benyon, our technical coordinator. And this has to do with a flight pack, which is also known as a mobile production kit. And they will be coming to the podium to present.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pictures of past and current mobile production equipment. You might recognize this vehicle. This is our long gone old production van, and in it we had some aging equipment. It was getting a little long in the tooth, and it wasn't getting enough use. So around 2019, we were only going out to RT, pulling up in their garage, plugging in some things and covering their meetings. So that was just once or twice a month. And then maybe once a year, we'd go out to regional sanitation to the wastewater treatment plant and do a special meeting there. But not getting much love. So we decided, since the equipment was getting older, it was time to make a transition. So here is that old van getting cleaned out, and we returned it to the county and replaced it with a smaller, more nimble, more efficient van, this one right here, the Transit Connect van. And we made some plans for a field kit that we could load in parts, and it wouldn't be built into the actual van. So this past year, thanks to PEG funding, we were able to purchase, and Kevin Benyon was instrumental in making the system design for all of this equipment. And I'm going to let him talk more about what the equipment is.
Kevin Benyon, the technical coordinator. So as you can see here, in the old van, you would actually sit inside the van itself to record the meeting. Here's a more of a direct shot on. If you ever happen to see the control rooms at the city council chambers in each of your jurisdictions, it looks fairly similar to it. So here at city of, well, here, but there at the city of Folsom, that's their kind of control room as it is in its current state. So we essentially want to take all of that equipment and put it into a more mobile thing. One of the biggest limitations of the old van is you had to park the van close to the room that you were meeting in. So if it was on a second or third floor, you couldn't do it. If the room was more than a couple hundred feet away from the street, you couldn't really do it. So we took all of those components that we use at all of the other cities, the same video switcher, the same graphics, closed captioning and all that, and condensed it down to the kits. So on the left-hand side, here's all the equipment. We have a UPS in case we lose power, uninterruptible power supply, and all of our controls. It's kind of hard to see in this picture here, but there's a little tiny pan tilt camera. This is when we were testing in the chambers. So we kind of cram all that stuff into our new van. It got a little bit bigger than we initially expected, but we were able to manage to get it all in. Last week, we had the opportunity to kind of do a test run. Metro Fire District held a meeting at one of their brand new fire stations out in the city of Rancho Cordova. So here's kind of during the meeting. Again, you see the equipment kind of there, and then a couple operators. So we had Nathan there kind of running video and a few other things at that moment, and then Matt was running audio for that section. So here's kind of a clip of the video that we were able to capture during that meeting. I didn't do any. Someone's muted me. There we go. So I don't have any audio, but this is, again, just showing kind of the visual we're able to capture at that meeting. The lighting wasn't exactly ideal. The audio wasn't exactly ideal because it's in a garage of a fire station. But we did the best we could with the lighting conditions because as the sun was setting, it kind of started casting shadows. But again, you can kind of see our little pan tilt cameras. So we're able to, in one position, be able to move the camera to who's talking and kind of cut around to it. And at this point, I will hand it back over to Kristen.
Thank you. So these are, I want to give a shout out to, we can't put anything on our channel without our crew. So thank you to the crew that helped with this particular meeting with all the setup and hauling equipment. And it's something we haven't done in a while, and it's something we're looking forward to doing more in the future. It'll make us more nimble. But Matt Marujo, he is the first one there, and then of course Kevin in the middle and Nathan Roach on the end. Dallin is taking the picture so you don't see him. Dallin Swenson, also I want to give kudos to him because he was also instrumental in, research and testing and all the operation of this equipment. So he's our multimedia technician. But thank you very much to all the crew because we can't do anything without everybody on the team. But thank you again for listening, and thank you for your financial support.
Awesome. I have one quick question. The main intent of this setup, I love that setup, first of all, right? But what is the main driver behind that?
But behind the flight pack?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't been able to go out to locations to shoot. We got rid of our van, and we used to be able to drive up and cover whatever meeting we wanted, or at agencies that might be doing a control room upgrade, and then they're meeting in a separate location, or city council decides we're going to meet out at our district locations. So it's like we would have been unable to cover that. But now we can go to just about any location that has power to do that.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that, the last one especially. I had a thought in my mind, let's move the city council meeting from that closed door big room to public. So this can enable that concept of putting the meetings in front of public, like Palladio Mall, if you know Folsom. That's where you can see more public, and let them, while shopping after that, come and participate in the meetings. How do we I just had a thought on that one, but I was always having, no, it has to be recorded, it has to be screened on the channel 14 and all those ones. And it also helps ad hoc meetings. If there are any big ad hoc meetings happening in our county, our team can make that happen.
It does give us options, so we're thankful for that ability.
Thank
Covering
you.
election forums or whatever it might be out in the field. So
Awesome. Thank you.
thank you.
The outdoor would be noise cancellation nightmares, but
What's that?
I said outdoors would be noise cancellation nightmares that you'd have to deal with. But I had a question, if I may. So how far do you need to be now if it is an outdoor situation? How far do these vans need to be? Like if they were within 100?
So as far as how far out would it need to be scheduled?
No, in terms of distance from the event.
So cable runs, theoretically, I think we can go about 300 to 400 or 200 to 300 feet. Currently, I have 3 or some odd set of 100-foot cables. So if you kind of look back here, obviously this camera is pretty close to the kit, so there's a coil cable down there, but we can extend it. We have a 100-foot cable, like I said, which has 3 different cables in it, but we can extend it 1 or 2 times. And that's where having enough time in advance, we can measure it out. And the reality of it is you go much past a couple 100 feet, your lens is not going to be powerful enough to shoot that far.
So previously it was 100 feet and now it could go up to 300 feet?
So the van would have to be about 100 feet to the room because, again, you have to go, once you get into the room, you may have to go 100 or so feet to get to where the camera's at. So the camera on this left-hand side, because of, tripping hazards and such, the cable actually was running down along the back there, snaking back around and over. So that one was actually 125 feet because I had to extend it. But yeah, again, that's the limitation is the van would have to be a certain distance from the room, and then in that room, you could potentially have a couple hundred feet, if that makes sense.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
And then just real quickly, the Metro Fire, if you wanted to watch that whole meeting, it's on our YouTube channel, as well as it keeps replaying on our channel 14, so if you want to
You
check
want
it
us
out.
to like and subscribe?
Yes, please like and subscribe this video when it gets uploaded, any of your council meetings on there as well to help boost the algorithm and whatever YouTubers like to say.
Awesome. Okay. Candace, back to you.
Thank you. I'll try and be fast. I have a lot to cover here. So my next item for my updates involves the classification and compensation study. As I reported during the last meeting in March, we were moving forward with executing a contract, and we have done that. And phase one of that class study is underway. Phase one is for the production team. And it is our intention to bring before the board on August 29th, the next board meeting, a request to implement the result of that study for the production team. Also, as soon as the production team study is done, the consultant, which is RGS, will be moving forward with the administrative team's classification and compensation study. So that is underway, and we did budget within the budget for the equity increase for a large amount, for up to 40% for the production team and up to 15% for the admin team, respectively, based on those board meetings. Okay. My next update is regarding our clerk of the board contract. I did give a shout out to Lydia and the team, but we did go back and retroactively approve that or execute that contract with the clerk of the board's office for full scope clerk services. So that is done. We are good to go. We're very excited about this. And I think it probably shows with all of our board documents that that was really a great call for us. The cable casting fee schedule and agreements. I wanted to give an update on that, and that is that those agreements are actually expiring, and this is for non-member agencies, like for instance, Metro Fire. Those agreements expire annually, and we have in the past gone beyond the expiration date before executing another contract. And I would like to hold off on executing those contracts until we can do a financial study, which we're planning on doing immediately. And that study is financial and operations. And the reason for that is right now what we've been charging for that is much lower than the current operational cost for paying staff to record those meetings. And so it's my assumption that we will need to increase the cost of those agreements, maybe phase that in or even present that at the next board meeting and phase it in the following calendar year. But I would like to present a true cost of what that is associated with the cable casting for non-member agencies and present that to the board for approval. So I'll be doing that at the next meeting as well. Our cable company audit agreements, those agreements came in, so I'll be working with council to execute those agreements. That'll happen very soon, within the next couple weeks, if not next week. And also, our fiscal year 2019-20, as well as fiscal year 2021 audits are currently underway. And so those will be complete before the December board meeting. So I'll report back on those in December to the board. And my last executive director update is regarding a new program that we would like to create for PEG funding purposes. And so right now we have what we've always done, which is the call for PEG funding requests for member agencies and channel licensees. And one time in recent years, we went into a contract with Atrium 916. That was actually one of the consent items. To do something kind of outside of the box and provide funding outside of just our standard way that we've always done it. But in recent board meetings, we've discussed coming up with new ways in which to support the community and youth programs. So what we are proposing is to put some money aside in this year's budget. It is within the budget and the budget that's proposed to you as recommended for approval. And that is $200,000 for this program that is not yet created, that my staff and I will be working with council, as well as hopefully with all of you, if you have an interest in providing recommendations for that, to create a program that will allow for new opportunities. And this is a general fund program, to allow for new opportunities to provide funding to communities and to youth programs for content that will air on our channel. And so what we'll do between now and the next meeting is, if you're interested, hopefully work with you to come up with some ideas. Some ideas that we have to date include maybe if there's something that your agency is hoping to communicate to the public, if you can let us know that as part of this program, and we can advertise that and find someone who can do that for your organization. So maybe it's a program about some type of reimbursement that's available to the public that the public wouldn't otherwise know unless we went out of our way to inform them. In addition to that, maybe programs that we could fund for within the juvenile hall system, something to support the youth in juvenile hall, scholarship programs. So it's really just wide open, but the formatting for that and the way in which the funds will be approved will be presented before the board at the August 29th meeting for your approval. And so please reach out to us in the meantime and let us know if you have thoughts on that. And that's the conclusion of my executive.
Candace, on that, how long are these PSAs, or it could be anything in terms of the duration of the program?
Yes, it could be anything. So right now it's kind of an open slate. We just want to allocate some funds so that we can have additional projects that we can fund and provide support to.
And do you want us to come with you with the proposals before the meeting?
If you could work with us and let us know what ideas you have in mind, and then the thought is that we would create structure for the program, not necessarily what will get funded, but the process for the funding to be approved and any parameters that will be set forth for the program. So for instance, maybe deadlines or target dates for when funding can be requested, as well as that of the executive director can approve up to X amount of dollars and then report back to the board, or maybe it's all funding requests come before the board. Those types of program requirements. And all of the content, the intent is for all of the content that is a result of the funding to have that air on Metro 14. So our Cable Commission team will be a huge part of this in working collaboratively with the content providers.
And it could be city-specific. It doesn't have to be broad.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Candace.
One more quick question on that, Candace. So would that be available? I know you mentioned community groups. Would that be available? I know I haven't set all the parameters, but in your mind right now, to our channel licensees as well? We're doing production content?
Great question. Absolutely. Okay. So yes, this would be in addition to what already exists.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. I know, Madam Clerk, do you have any public comments on this item?
And there are no public comments.
Before I go to my colleagues, to definitely can open up to ask any questions on any of these items, from any of our commissioners. Yeah, community grant program is, think outside the box kind of concept, and heavily being focused in my mind. That's what I was requesting. Invest more in our kids and see whether we can take them to the next level. Identifying those people can't reach. That's where the scholarships, example, Candace seems to be providing. Some people can't afford to do their things to expand their full potential. So these are the options, but feel free, all of us can provide that inputs, and they can derive the solutions, how that money should be distributed. Thank you again. Okay, with that, now number 4 is done. There is no action items on this one. I'm going to move to number 4 now. Section 2, right?
We're on section 2, and for item number 5, Chair, it's to approve a resolution for the formation of the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission Foundation, a 501c3 charitable organization.
That's right. Kevin, would you like to say something about this one? You're coming from Meals on Wheels.
Yes. So
Welcome.
Thank you. Nonprofits are my jam. I love fundraising. And so as we talked about the community grant program and using franchise fees in the beginning, our goal is to start raising revenue as well to support that program and other endeavors, as well as to diversify funding that we receive. Most of it, well, all of it comes from PEG, right, and from the franchise fund. So we like to start generating more revenue for the organization. So I've built nonprofits in the past. I'll be filing all the paperwork and bylaws and so on and so forth to support this endeavor.
Right. I know this is a new thing for this commission as well. Commissioners, do you guys have any questions directly to Mr. Kevin or Candace on this, or even for the legal counsel? I'm sure they work with the legal counsel on this concept. Right. Any questions, Commissioner?
Kevin, so what is your fundraising goal for the year or for whatever next time period is for this nonprofit?
Yeah, so as we start out, we set a low goal of $25,000 for the first year, but we will be looking for grants that we qualify for from foundations, local establishments as well. But starting small. But
wonderful, thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Good. Madam Clerk, do you have any public comments on this one?
No, sir, there are no public comments.
Good. Well, I'm going to open up one more time to my colleagues. Any questions on this before I can ask for a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve item 5.
Member Brown, I'll second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
And I will enable voting, and please vote.
I love this one.
I do too.
So cool. We got to get this for the city. Or perhaps not.
That way people don't have to say Chalam Charla, Director Chalam Charla, right? Calling. Thank you.
Unanimous vote for those members present.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
let the record reflect that Member Papineau left at 3:38 p.m.
That's what it is. Okay.
Thank you all for your support with this. We're very excited to increase what we can provide to our communities.
Yes, thank you.
That's right. And thank you again for approving this new concept. Let's try it out. And since there is an expert joining our team who are, who has very extensive knowledge, I'm sure, we can advertise this program on CAP Radio and all our PEG channels as well. Okay. The next one, ma'am. Clerk, could you please call the next item?
Yes, and for
Rebecca?
item number 6 is the fiscal year 2023 through 24 General Fund and Public Education Government, which is PEG, fee fund preliminary budgets.
Okay.
Thank you. So we have had a couple changes to the budget document. You guys have probably seen the recent emails. Everything is up to date now, and we do have a presentation that we would like to show here. There we go. We'll start with the general fund budget. This here is an overview of the budget. Kevin, did you want to speak to this one?
Yeah, sure. So total expenditures for the year we're looking at is $11,129,295. As you can see, a bulk of the expenditures will be for revenue distribution, so 54%, 16% to channel licensees, 9% for services and supplies, employee equity increase, which Candace mentioned, 3%, and then salaries and wages and benefits at 16%. So with the salaries and wages, that has increased this year due to being fully staffed, which we're super excited about. With employee equity increase, go for it.
We're going to tag team this one since the budget is such a huge
that's
deal.
fine.
So in addition to the regular salaries and wages, which does include a 4% increase, it's a match to that of what the county does. That has been our longstanding historical practice. In addition to that, we did allocate funding for extra help wages. That is to cover that special project that I mentioned earlier, the purge and digitizing process. In addition to that, we have... What else?
So we have the CalPERS pension liability there, and I'm super excited because this is our last installment. So we budgeted, we owed $1.5 million because we hadn't paid since 1982, and we are all caught up. So you can look forward to the next budget year not seeing that $500,000 expense, which we can put back into our community. With business travel, that has also increased this year, and that is due to Candace really wanting to invest in all staff, so professional development opportunities for us to travel, to network with other organizations like ours, and yeah, for us to build those skills that's needed to grow the org. And then software expenses, we are transitioning along with the county to Microsoft 365. And so paying for those licenses for this year. And so you won't see that again in the next fiscal year.
It's a heavy lift, but those are one-time expenses. The next one.
Oh. Okay. You did.
Yeah, so we did put some money aside for an auto captioning service equipment, and that is a total of $30,000 we're recommending for that, and that is in case we do end up purchasing equipment to be able to handle that in-house versus that of contracting. So you will see with the budget documents, we do have a resolution for extending the closed captioning agreement that we have with Aberdeen, but this is exploring the possibility of being able to handle that in-house. There may be some cost savings with that, so we will be exploring that, and if there is to be a recommended change, we will report back to the board on that.
And with the CalPERS OPEB reserves, so we are paying that in advance now, so you won't see that $500,000 charge in the future. So as we pay that each year, we won't owe as much. Legal services, I don't know what that's for. No, I'm kidding. That is decreased as well for this year by about $50,000. Other professional services, we have a lot of one-time expenses in that budget line item. RGS is included in that line item, as well as Bob Davison's contract, team building, and do we have anything else that's in there? This one time?
No, I think that covers the majority of the one-time expenses.
Excellent. With the community grant program, that's $200,000 that we've reserved for that program for the first year. And then other operating expenses, fundraising. So that's that one-time $25,000 that we've reserved for the paperwork, to file a 1023, to establish a 501c3, and other startup costs. And I know I have to click it again.
Okay, so here are some statistics for our Metro Cable team. Historically, we've presented this in a range of 3 years. So those are the updated stats for the full calendar year of 2022. Move forward. It's also in the board packet. Okay, so for the general fund budget, we are requesting that the board approves the 5% increase for channel licensees, and that is inclusive of a 4% increase that we are giving to staff, as well as an additional 1% increase. Historically, the way that we have handled the additional piece has been associated with calculating an increase in minimum wage. And part of the PEG funding request process, we request all of that documentation from our channel licensees, and we found that everyone is making minimum wage, which is fantastic. However, we are recommending that additional 1% just for the overall expense associated with paying staff salaries. So that's why that's 5% versus that of equal to just the 4% that we're recommending for staff.
And we are going to work on coming up with a new formula to calculate, the licensee COLA. We have the regular, Sacramento County established 4% or whatever it is within a year, but we know that the cost of doing business increases, right? So we are looking at that whole process this fiscal year, and we'll bring it back to you all. So this is an overview of the operations base year over year. Actually, last fiscal year compared to this year with the 5% COLA. So that just gives you a breakdown of the increase that licensees will receive, or what we're proposing. Let me go to the next page. All right, so the revenue distribution to member agencies. This year, we'll be distributing $4,460,324 to be paid at the end of this current fiscal year. Actuals are a little higher or lower due to changes in population, and that's a formula that we use to calculate that amount. In fiscal year 23-24, the proposed revenue distribution is $6 million, and that's to be paid in June 24. This chart right here shows you what we budgeted and what the actuals are for 2022-23. The difference as well. And in addition, we've included the population as of January 1, 23, which we use to make this calculation, and the proposed amount for 23-24.
And this is the standard practice that has been in place for many years. This is the way these calculations have been put together for this distribution. Any questions about this so far? It's a lot. Okay.
And so I knew that that would look it'd be a little jarring going from 8 million to 6 million, but we've seen PEG fees decline over the years. So this chart, you'll actually see, fiscal year 2013 to 2023, the ups and downs, the highs and lows, if you will.
And we are very hopeful that with this new program and with the nonprofit organization, that we will be able to increase revenue to provide more opportunities to provide funding to the community. So although this revenue is going down, we are trying to seek out other ways in which to increase revenue.
And we've talked about, I believe, over time that they would start decreasing, right, as we see streaming become much more popular. So it's really important for us to get ahead of it now. And sorry.
Okay.
Now on to PEG fee fund 094B. Here's the worst.
Yep.
Total expenditures, $4,172,978. The channel licensees base, we've included Metro Cable, PEG fee account. So the PEG fee account is unspent dollars that exist in the PEG fee account that are restricted, I'm sorry. So, if we don't spend it, it's in a restricted account just because you can't use it for any and everything. And we're using that this year to fulfill the requests from licensees and member agencies. And right now we have 1.1 million in that account. These are the proposed amounts for member agencies for fiscal year 23-24. And these are the proposed amounts for channel licensees for 23-24.
Now, I do want to emphasize that funds are limited. right, because revenue has been declining. And that is why we are really wanting to aggressively work on opportunities to bring in additional revenue. So it's something that with that nonprofit organization, we are very hopeful that our channel licensees will be able to partner with us in those fundraising opportunities in an effort to also increase their revenue. So it's something that we are thinking will be fantastic for all involved, just to create additional funding opportunities.
Yeah, it would be great if we didn't have enough PEG, then we could say, oh, we have some general funds we can give you, or, it may not fall within the requirements because it's pretty strict on what you can spend those dollars on. Oh.
Okay, I'll take this slide. Are there questions or recommendations?
Colleagues, do we have any questions for Karen? Yes.
Yeah, I would just like to take a second and recognize the work that's gone into this and the just truly immense amount of effort that our Metro Cable staff have put into developing this budget, developing these recommendations over the course of the last, 6 months at this point? And also recognizing that while there is, a moderate increase in our one-time expenses for this budget, at least compared to previous years, that represents a significant modernization effort within our team in terms of bringing all of our equipment up to snuff, bringing all of our staff up to an appropriate pay grades, and making sure all of our bases are covered. And so it's I'm very excited to approve this budget and with the recognition of all the work that our staff has put in. So Candace, Kevin, and the whole team, thank you so much for making this happen.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank
Definitely
you.
want to give a shout out to Jillian and Mary. I started a month ago. So to have them, as support has been incredible as well.
Awesome. Any other comments before I can open up to the public? Questions?
I just had one quick question, Keaton. I know you had mentioned, that you were going to kind of do a study to take a further look. COLAs have increased, but we all know salaries have been increasing far beyond COLA, and so that's always tough. So I know you said you're going to look into studying that. Do we know when we might see the results of that study, or when we might be able to take that into account?
Yes, so the COLA increase, our policy that exists aligns our increases with that of the counties. There was an exception to that last year in June with the proposed budget where the board approved 10%. So I would look at it as though the COLA is separate to that of the equity increase that may come of the class and compensation study. And so the equity increase would be bringing the salaries to where they should be, the recommendation and the result of that study. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to open up to the public comments. I do have some. Two of them did not mention what number. Michelle, which number, ma'am, you want to talk? What?
When I called, they just said if you have comments, you can show up and make the comments. And then she told me I had to fill out a form. So it's not any item line thing. This is with regard to Comcast, now Xfinity, who just recently insisted on changing the cable box.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you for being there patiently. I think we are going to be changing this. I'm going to ask my colleagues down the road. At the end of this meeting, we will move the public comments to first. That way, you will get an opportunity. And there is one more gentleman. Sorry, no, not gentleman. Christina, you didn't give exact number?
Yeah, it was just general comment.
Okay, I'll save those two. The remaining I have are numbers, so that's why I'm asking. Thank you. Madam Clerk, do we have any public comments?
We have no public comments on the phone.
Okay. Commissioners, back again for budgets. Any specific questions on anything? I do see our licensees. You are waiting for number 7? Okay. Any questions?
I don't have a question on the budget per se, but was there a viewership tally on how it's growing or reducing year over year?
I do not have that information, so we would need to look into that and get that information from our providers.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was going to motion to approve item 6.
One more, maybe.
Hold on tight.
Hold on tight, thank you. Page 11, if you don't mind, quickly. I know franchises fees are going down. It was anticipated. Maybe next time when you get a chance, tell us the ratio it is going down when it is going to touch the bottom, right? It's important for us to plan ahead. In government, it won't happen overnight. You know, if we make a recommendation today, it's going to happen 10 years from now, right? So it's important, and also I'm going to make my comments during the, at the end of the meeting. I'm planning to meet all the franchisees to, have some, open dialogue with them, and, so it's important for us. We are in existence, but we think it is going to go down sooner than we are anticipating. We have to plan ahead.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the only comment I have. Madam Clerk, so you said you have no one out there, so I can request my colleagues to call for a motion.
Motion to approve item 6.
Second, Middleton.
Okay, we have Mr. Ryan and Portia. I love this one.
Please vote.
Okay.
Unanimous vote for those members present.
Awesome. Okay, item number 7. Madam Clerk, could you please read for the record, item number 7?
And so for item number 7, it's a receive and file reports of channel licensees.
Okay. I have any comments from our team, Candace, before I can call?
Yes, thank you. So Sac Faith TV sent a poster for us to share, and we have that.
Metro, can you please pull up the poster from Sac Faith? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Sacramento Faith TV. Hello. Sacramento Faith TV. Before I go into my report, if you see in the gallery behind me, we've got some guests here I want to introduce. We've got Carol and Richard. They're with the Interfaith Council of Greater Sacramento, and they basically hold the license for Sac Faith TV and allow us to run it. And then I've got my new board, which is Robert Jones, Pastor Robert Jones in Sacramento, John Riga, businessman here in Sacramento, Owen Burgess is my technical director, and Mr. Mosley Collins, attorney at law. You probably know the number 444-444 for legal help. So I just want to let you know, you've seen me up here for years. I've been kind of a one-man show, but I just want to let you know there's more than just me at Sac Faith TV. We have a full team behind us. That said, I want to go into an overview of Sacramento Faith/Life TV. As I mentioned, the last 2 meetings we've been up here, we've been discussing how that Sac Faith TV can be eligible for PEG funding. Through the last years, as long as we've been here, my other PEG stations, God bless them, have been funded, and we have not. And I've met with Candace, with council, with Kevin, with YK to discuss some of the options that help us to expand our programming to allow us to be eligible for that. And with that said, Sacramento Faith TV is doing some changes. Mosley, would you like to tell us about those changes?
I would. I'm really happy to be here to share with you some expansion we're doing. We're going to expand our audience. We're going to expand our scope. For example, we're going to add children's programming to our programming. We want to reach the children, and we've reached out to the distributors of Sesame Street and other such programs. We're going to expand to add fitness and health for pregnant women, for children, for elderly, because we want to reach that audience with health and fitness. We're going to add historical programming, because this is a wonderful area to live in, gold country. And we're going to have that kind of historical addition. So with this great expansion, we're going to change our name to Sacramento Life TV.
Life.
And we want to enhance the life of the people you serve. And we believe with this expansion that you want to seriously consider funding Sacramento Life TV in the future. Thank you so much.
Mosley just hit on a couple of things there, but we're also expanded to be the eyes and ears of our community. What I mean by that is we're broadcasting stuff that has to do with our nonprofits and with our community outreach. All of you have districts here in the Sacramento outlying areas and have events going on in those areas. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to broadcast those events or at least get advertising on a station here that let the community know what's going on? When I talked to the board about this earlier, they said, sounds good, but yet let's see some action. Show us it, don't just tell us about it. Already this year, we're putting this into place, even though we don't have the name change yet. We have expanded our programming. Just in the last year, we had Hope Sacramento, which is an event down at the Capitol steps of 5,000 people. That event was outreach for addiction, homeless support groups, housing options, medical availability for food, and food options for the community. We went down there and filmed that event. It aired on Sacramento Faith TV several times. Holocaust Remembrance was produced and aired on Sac Faith TV, speaking of survivors of the Holocaust so that we may not forget. United We Stand was a concert that was put on by one of our local areas. It was an open concert with jazz. We filmed that and broadcasted it. Annual community car show. Some of our car shows here in Sacramento, one of the biggest ones here, we went out and covered that, helped promote that and sponsored it, and monies went to that, from that went to help our local communities, programs. We have a New Start Now and Lifestyles of Excellent Health. These are two programs that produce here locally, and they promote good health, cooking recipes, exercise, and diet. The Sacramento Historical Society. I know my Channel 6 has Rob on the Road. We have, I'm sure you've heard the name Greg Lukenbill. He used to own the Sacramento Kings. He is a big history buff, and he has a program that monthly they meet and they do, the Sacramento Historical Society discovers and goes over the history of Sacramento. Each month they do a different segment on our past and where we're going in the future. I've contracted with him, and we're going to be producing a monthly documentary that'll air that program on Sac Faith TV, so you can, or Sac Live TV, so you can learn more about Sacramento. Now, the flyer you see up on the wall right there, that is coming up September 23rd. CBS This Morning with Gail King a few months back, they highlighted this program. It's a documentary, half hour, called Stranger at the Gate. It was big on national news, and it's a documentary about a soldier that came back from Iraq, and he had PTSD, and he was going to put a bomb in a mosque and kill everybody there, including himself. He went to that mosque to eye up to see where he could put the bomb, and they opened their arms and welcomed him. He looked at a place, so they kind of brought him in, fed him, asked him what he was doing there. He tried to cover his tracks and say he was just there learning about the faith. Well, they took him in, they fed him, they showed him about what they were worth, and they overwhelmed him with love, and that love turned into something. He dismantled the bomb. The FBI came in the next day, and they found that he had dismantled the bomb, so they couldn't arrest him. The mosque learned about that. They took him in, and eventually, to make a long story short, he became part of their organization and their faith. It was up for an Academy Award. It touched me so much about how love can outdo hate that I contacted the producers, which was the New Yorker, and we're bringing out for a screening this motion picture along with the person who's involved there. As you know, many times we have hate crime and mass shootings, and always there's armchair quarterbacks afterwards that say, well, we could have done this. What could we have done to prevent this from happening? It's always after the fact. Well, I want to be the first city in the country to be proactive on this. We want to have these come out here for question and answer. We want to have mental health people there. We have our law enforcement there during this event. And the idea is to film this in such a way that when we air it, it'll be a message to the people who are tuning in. One, they'll have information on how to acknowledge or see somebody's having a problem. And even better than that, we're hoping to touch someone who has hate in their heart, and maybe this will touch them in such a way that they have empathy for what they're about to do and seek help themselves. So this is going to be happening September 23rd. We'd love to have you participate with that. Of all the things I've just mentioned to you here for Sac Faith TV, all these were done. I see it, and I'm a little bit envious of our other channels because they have the equipment to go out and do this. All these events that I just told you about, we've had to beg, borrow, and pay for out of our own pockets to go out and film these and get these on TV. We do not have equipment. My technical director there is my only resource. He has one camera. So most of the time when we go out and do these, we have to rely on other people to either donate their time or put money out of our own pocket, which we really don't have to make this happen. But it is part of our mission to do this. So by helping us funding, if These 6 programs right here, for every program that I just showed you that we aired, there were 2 to 3 programs that I couldn't air on TV because we did not have the funding or the equipment to produce that and increase what we're doing. So you can imagine if this is what we're doing right now on 0 budget, what we could do for this community if I had a budget. That said, we will present this board with a new mission statement and a new format overview and a bylaws this quarter for you to review in hopes that a decision can be made to allow us funding in the next year cycle. From what I have reviewed on the FCC website, pursuant to Section 311 of the Communication Act, the FCC gives governing authority on all issues regarding PEG station to the local government commission, that being this board. So it's up to you to come up to fund us. Annually, our fellow PEG operators continue to strive and supplement, continue to strive with the supplement of funding they receive while we just find a way to survive. We only ask that you grant us the same opportunity as our fellow PEG operators. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
Thank you. I yield the board.
Any questions?
I do. It's a lovely poster, and it's an inspirational story. Don't you usually write it's based on a true story when you have it based on a true story on your flyer?
This is a true story.
I know, I'm just saying it's not on your flyer.
Oh, this is given to me by the producers. We have yet to put this into a marketing, August 1st, the press releases will go out to our local media, to our local law enforcement, to the Veterans Administration, and our local politicians. This is the flyer that they sent us. We have yet to do any upgrades to it for our own local release.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments for Ron and his team? I want to sincerely thank you. You know, you're making an effort. Sac Faith TV, it was different. Government usually don't get into the religious things, and you are changing the charter and also the vision, how you want to do and help the community. Thank you for bringing all your team members here, and I'm sure our legal counsel and our executive director will definitely work with you.
Thank you. I'll be working with them. One last thing. As I mentioned, this will be coming on September 23rd. There is a budget involved with this. We've got a lot of it handled, but I've had to do outreach. It's about $7,000 to $8,000 to put this event on, hire the equipment to somebody to come and film it for us, because obviously we don't have the equipment yet until we get funded by you. And we've got, there's a service fee for them to come out and so forth. So I like the what you just mentioned earlier, Kevin, about fundraising. You've got this opportunity for us to tap into some funds. I hope that comes available before we have to come up with the full expense of this event. We could sure use a little bit of a donation to help us make this event happen, okay?
Awesome. Thank you once again. The next channel licensee, Access Sacramento. Is anyone from here?
Guys, thanks for all the good things you do. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone here from Access Sacramento? Yeah. Would you like to share anything? I just want to, the slips. The way I'm thinking, like, if they are there, sir, your name?
Michael Andrews.
Michael, I do have one. Yes. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Michael Andrews, member of Access Sacramento, as well as a member of the Board of Directors for Access Sacramento. And I just want to say thank you in advance for your consideration, your proposal, and what you're desiring to do for Access Sacramento. I'm just one member, one board member, but I tell you, we're working very diligently and hard to come up with unique ways to mitigate some of the funding, but also, too, I want to say, as a radio producer for KUBU 96.5, that a number of members who are going through training are benefiting greatly and, of course, are becoming wonderful employees throughout the city as a result of what's happening at Access. And so I just want to convey that Access is as you perhaps already know, a wonderful organization that's doing great things for its members with training, with technology, television, radio, and I'm looking forward to doing some great things with the radio. And as a result of being a producer, and we have also our station manager and engineer here as well, that we have some great things that's coming down the pike. But I just want to say thank you in advance. We really appreciate you.
Hi, I'm also from Access Sacramento Board of Directors. My name is Matthew Gilliam. I am the current interim chair. And I missed some of what Michael said because I had to step out for a moment. But I did want to express acknowledgement and gratitude for the support for and understanding for Access Sacramento and its unique contribution to the community. I did also want to reflect that we have had, like many organizations, some changes on the board and challenges with staffing. With that in mind, we are continuing to seek other funding outside of from this source. And thank you so much for your time. And we just wanted to give a little introduction to who we are and announce what our scenario is. And we'd like to be active in participating or just being here for these meetings going forward as we continue to reshape our board.
Thank you.
Good, thank you.
Good afternoon. I am James Just. I am the news station manager for KUBU 96.5 at Access Sacramento. And it's often difficult for people to understand what Access Sacramento actually does. And so I'm here to give you a brief overview of what actually happens. 15 years ago, I was a single father shut-in, unable to leave my house but for the most basics of tasks to make sure my children were taken care of. Over the course of years, I built myself up to where I was able to engage with the community. Access Sacramento was a stop. For the first time in my life, after I went through the station training, I joined to help a TV show in the control room, just to help. The first day I got there to help, they needed someone in front of the camera. And for the first time in my life, as someone who has suffered from a lifetime of anxiety disorder, I found someplace comfortable. I had never felt comfort in my life. And that journey I now host that TV show, co-produce it, co-produce another TV show, and produce and develop podcasts. 10 months ago, I was hired to run the radio station as a community organizer. I would not be here if it was not for that journey. I would not have been able to do things like run for public office. I would not be able to do things like develop TV shows. I would not have been able to do things like stand here in front of you this afternoon without knowing what comfort was, without knowing what family was, without knowing what a community could do for you. And that's what Access Sacramento does, not just for me, but for all of those members who walk through my office. I don't just train people to know how to make a radio show. I train people to be better community members, to be better selves. We teach people how to be better them. It's not just about the tasks that you do to complete a TV show or to make a radio show. It's about collaboration, it's about community, and that's what Access Sacramento really does. It provides access to those who may not have it from other places, either through economics or through disorders or challenges, and we're here for them. And your support has allowed that to happen, and I thank you for it. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Anyone from Capital Public Radio here? You want to speak? Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, just briefly.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Christina Marie. I am the Director of Development, Marketing, and Sales for Access Sacramento. And I just wanted to also tell you a brief journey for myself. Many, many years ago, when I was trying to come up through film and TV, I did not have many opportunities here. I had a independent collective called Capital Indie Collective, and the executive director at the time reached out to me, Gary Martin, and said, you know what, Christy, you're pretty good at making stuff. Why don't you give us some stuff? And I was like, wow. I've been to several other stations in town that were commercial stations, could not afford to put my content on those stations. I tried other smaller stations, thinking if they were a nonprofit, they would help me out, but they were not interested in my content. And it was Access Sacramento that kept reaching out to me and making me feel included as a member of the community and talented. My first promo that I did was for Clara Midtown. You may have heard of that here in town. I made a 4K high-def video that premiered at IMAX and played at several movie theaters here in town. And Gary was like, hey, we don't broadcast in 4K, but if you down-res it for us, we will play it. That's a beautiful piece, and it's talking about the arts in our community. And so my PSA got to play on television for the first time because of Access Sacramento. And to me, as a female, Latina, queer producer, that meant the world to me. It gave me a voice. We throw it around a lot, right? The voice of Sacramento, Access Sacramento. But when you don't have a voice, when you're marginalized because of who you are, or people just don't agree with your agenda, they'll silence you. They silence you through dollars. Access Sacramento doesn't do that. We are the community media center that welcomes everybody. And I mean everybody. In our hiring practices, it's very well documented, I believe, in the packet that Donna gave you, in our constituents, in our outreach in the community. We are the community media center resource. And we are so grateful, both as a business and personally as a producer, to have your funding and everything that you are doing to help future-proof this organization for the PEG stations is tremendous to us. I have been out there in the trenches fundraising for Access Sacramento, and we are at a crisis right now as a nation with PEG stations and people's interest in keeping freedom of speech alive. And serving as your foundation for democracy, we greatly appreciate what you are doing for us in future-proofing us and collaborating with us. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Christine. SAC Faith TV covered already. Sacramento Educational Cable Consortium. Ma'am?
Good afternoon. I'm Liz Rhodes. I'm the Executive Director of the Sacramento Educational Cable Consortium. Just a couple of updates. Thank you for hanging around. First, thank you very much, as everyone else said, for the funding, and more importantly than the funding, the support. And Candace has been absolutely fantastic to work with. I am so excited about all the new things that you're doing, and I see some real connections between what our activities are and have been and moving that forward. And as I think also there's a lot more room for collaboration, and we're very excited about that. Just a quick couple of updates on us. We are wrapping up our school year. We did 46 live stream graduations, and some exciting news about that. I got a short clip that I'm going to show you. But before we air that, we also wrapped up our whole SEVA program, which is a program that teaches students that you have funded over many, many years. We've got 75 facilities and schools. So we do our annual Oscar Award Night, which was a tremendous success this year. Some of you were there. Thank you for coming. Our students were very excited about it. They always are. So if we can take a quick look at that video. I don't know what you say nowadays. Is it? Just play the video.
Okay.
Is it roll tape?
See?
Hello, SEVA community. Are you ready for the SEVA? Without further delay, this 2023 SEVA Awards. This year we had about 600 entries from 48 different schools. A huge congratulations to everyone who entered. We celebrate you and all your hard work this evening.
What brings you here to the SEVAs?
I'm here to celebrate these wonderful children who have put in a lot of effort to develop these media videos.
First off, I want to give a huge thank you to the SECC for putting on such great events. It's an amazing opportunity for us to be able to express our creativity through the medium of filmmaking.
That's awesome. You know, you have to show the award to everyone. Look at that. Woohoo!
We did it with a lot of our friends, so it was really fun.
It's good because it's my first year, and
It gives me a good sign for the future.
Thank you to the SCCC for this amazing event. I don't think I would have gotten into filmmaking without it.
I hope that with this video and all the other amazing resources out there, we can help spread awareness.
Thank you to SECC for coming out and giving us that extra equipment that we needed and the extra advice and the consultation and, hey, what do you think about this camera shot and that camera shot? Many moving parts. So we had 4 cameras rolling, trying to capture all the different goings on at Del Campo's graduation.
So that's our mobile cart. We got 2 of them. You funded 4 more. And we think that we agree 100%. As a matter of fact, I want to have some conversations with you guys on what works and what doesn't. We're in our 3rd generation now because we think smaller is better, but you got a lot of stuff to haul. So I think their collaboration that it is the future of what we're doing, and that having that flexibility and that ability to go different places. And to us, the really important thing is what you just saw is our students doing it. So being able to get those carts into the school so they can do their live streaming. We've got one that we've been checking out, and the students are absolutely loving it. We spent a lot of time talking with UYK about some of your visions and how our students can be more proactive in the community. So we're looking forward to that type of thing. And also the idea of that additional fundraising. Right now, our budget, you provide a little over half of that, and then the equipment is more. But our operational budget is, we have support outside of your funding to the tune of about, it's about 40%. So we want to grow that because we want to continue on as you talk about that curve going down, the revenue. Well, if we have additional revenue coming in and all of our, everything's not in one pot, that we're diversified, we think we're going to be better off. But you are our foundation, and we very, very much appreciate it. And we're looking forward to working more with you and getting our students more involved. And I think there's lots of opportunities. So thank you, and thank you all for everything you do for us. We are so appreciative.
Thank you, Liz. Awesome. Okay, that concludes, unless I miss anybody. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, please. KVIE. I think one gentleman came, he was speaking. For some reason, I thought he's KVIE.
In a way, we're all KVIE. It's public television, quite literally the public's television.
Thank you.
I'm David Lowe. I'm the president and general manager of KVIE, and I guess I get to be the last person to say thank you for approving the budget and for your support. And I am just going to show about a 2-minute video that highlights some of the local productions we did in this last fiscal year, and then it ends with a look forward to some of the PBS national programs we'll be presenting in this upcoming year. So thank you again.
Awesome.
Welcome to Smash Sacramento.
There is something magical about this place.
We have to start with recognizing the humanity of people.
Something's in the air, I hold my breath. What you're doing is incredible. I'm so proud of you. With 1 foot off the edge, I take a step. The moment's come, now's the chance.
I believe this is going to be your journey.
We are co-authors with the world around us.
Looking for me?
We've been here, and without us, there is no United States.
It's all about storytelling.
That's beautiful.
It's starting now.
That's awesome. Thank you, sir, for sharing, all the great work. Good. With that, I think we are concluding all the channel licensees. Ma'am?
Yes, I was told that I could talk to you, and I've been waiting patiently, but if you have someone that's really truly on the agenda, obviously I have to defer to them.
Guys, if that's okay with you, I'm going to...
I'll be quick.
Michelle?
I'm as anxious as you are to get out of here.
Awesome. Guys, is that okay? Yes. Michelle, please.
Yeah.
No, please. No, we want to hear from you.
Yes, you do.
First
of all, I'm older than any of you,
Yeah, can we
and I've
close?
lived in the same house since
Yeah,
1967 when you guys were Sacramento Cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll jump to 11.
I don't need this anyway, I'm loud.
Move forward, would that be okay?
Yes, Madam Clerk.
And so there are no public comments for item number 7, and then I will close the comment queue.
Thank you again, Madam Clerk, for helping us for the process purpose here.
Oh, no worries. And I guess we are moving to matters not, item number 11 for public comments relating to matters not on the posted agenda.
It's true.
I'm Michelle Allen. I live in East Sacramento. I've lived in the same house since 1967. And when Sacramento Cable, not Metro Cable, was the only game in town, because I used to get HBO bounced off of a microwave when it was first available in the Sacramento area. But when Comcast, known now as Xfinity, purchased Sacramento Cable, they sort of got a monopoly on this general area. A sweet deal for them. Since that time, they have reduced services, upped their fees, changed this, changed that, to the point where I'm on a first-name basis with one of their people out of Texas that handles complaints and problems. I can be a real pain in the behind. Just ask my children and my grandchildren. But I have a list of things. The most recent one was just the final straw. PBS, which I adore, thank you so much. I watch a lot of programs on PBS, and I love the on-demand feature, which I pay over $200 a month for cable TV. I do not have Comcast for email or anything else. So I get all my TV programming from Comcast. Now all of a sudden I was told on my screen, you must get a new cable box if you want to continue to get your on-demand feature. So of course they came, the technicians, and they're always very nice. And they came and installed a new cable box, which I'm still dealing with. But I noticed that my on-demand feature, suddenly there's all kinds of new fees attached, which I already paid for prior to this new cable box, or so I was led to believe. But now it says, oh, you have to connect to Xfinity Internet in order to get this. And by the way, it's going to be $6.99 or $2.99 or whatever the individual show or the Benjamin Franklin series, courtesy of the great courses, is offered on PBS. It's another way to cut the pie and get more money. And I, as a senior citizen now, and have been a loyal customer since 1987-88, I'm really sick of this. And every time I try to call, half the time the bot who answers Comcast, an 800 Comcast, cuts you off. She wants you to fix it yourself. Or they never want to send a technician, and they don't really want to help you. It's always somebody offshore who is stuck because, they've got a script and all of that. So I am here as a complaint customer and a long-time one who has documented everything. I have a file at home this thick. I remember Mr. Arndt, who was a commission member here from Comcast as his representative. Apparently he's retired. So that's why I'm here today. I have just had it with all of these increases in fees and lack of service. Less service, more. Now, I don't have AT&T. I mean, I have AT&T for my internet, my cell phone, and my 2 landlines, as a matter of fact, because I'm really old school, and I'm old. But I'm not senile. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to leave you with this laundry list of problems that have occurred since the cable box. If you have any questions, my phone number, which is also my account number for Comcast, is right at the top. And I would love to talk to you about anything and everything, because you guys oversee them.
If I may,
Thank you.
I speak for everybody in the room. We probably agree with her.
Michelle, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being,
Pain, but I reached my last nerve.
No, thank you. To be honest with you, I just want to make this comment. When I was going through the agenda review, I already made a recommendation to Candace. Candace, number 11 should be going up on the top. We must be listening to the residents first. At the end of the day, residents are the ones putting us here.
You are my recourse.
Right. So we'll make that, and thank you for sharing. I know we can't make any decisions here. I know when somebody speaks from the public, but we heard you loud and clear.
I'm sure I speak for thousands of my fellow neighbors and friends that
Thank you.
wouldn't do this.
Thank you so much. Okay, Madam Clerk, thank you so much for making us, straight on this one. I think we are getting into item number 8.
And for item number 8, and Chair, if I may offer a suggestion that we leave the item number 11, the public comment queue, open until we actually get to that item, so that just in case there are people who want to chime in and are waiting, would that be okay?
Makes sense.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
And then I will read item number 8 into the record. So for item number 8, it's receive and file reports of state franchisees, and there is no vote on this. It's just a receive and file.
Right. Anyone here from AT&T Comcast?
I don't think they want to follow that.
And Consolidated Communication. Well, thank you. Any public comments, Madam Clerk?
And there are no public comments.
Colleagues, any comments from our end, from them? Okay. With that, we are heading to item number 10.
And for item number 10, it's the Board of Director comments, reports, and updates.
Okay.
That's for you. I'll pass that mic right back. You guys heard enough from me today.
Yeah, I was thinking whether we can ask her. Well, colleagues, I'll go from my left. Anyone has any comments or any updates? And Pusha to City, okay. Okay. And I know item number 11 is still open here.
And for item number 10, sir, there were no public comments.
No public comments, thank you. And my only comment is, again, thank you. There are so many new people here, from the executive team all the way to staff members. You are running as fast as you can, and thank you for helping us, and we'll make it better and better. And thank you for, holding me here in this role for almost 2.5 hours. But we'll work together. And also, I want to shout out to, all our partners here. AT&T, they are not here, but on the other side, we want to work with you, so closely. Thank you again. Those are my comments.
And for item number 11, it's public comments relating to matters not on the posted agenda, and currently there are no callers in the phone queue.
Right. Anyone here? Last chance. Public comments. Okay. One quick request to my colleagues. Are you guys open to move the public comments to all the way to the top? That way, if any public wants to come and speak to us, they can come and speak and they leave.
That's a great idea.
Right? Okay. Thank you again. Okay. So with that, I think I'm adjourning. Anyone else? Last call? Okay. I'm adjourning at 4:56.
Okay.
Thank you all.